afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to another episode of the Diaspora Global Panel. With me today, I have Jude Unwa Okolo from Dublin. I am Olakunle Lemboye. I will be anchoring today's program. Unfortunately, our panelist, Anthony Eze, will not be here with us today. He has an engagement. So we will try to do justice to the topic we have for you today, which is the 3 billion naira Amaechi's railway security project. You know, after the train mishap, the terrorist bombing of the Kaduna-Abuja bound train, last week, Amaechi, while answering reporters, mentioned that he predicted the incident that happened and that the incident, the derailment and the killings, would not have happened if the FEC, the Federal Executive Council, had approved his 3 billion naira security proposal. And that actually caught people unawares and baffled a lot of people. Before I go further to give you the background, the genesis of what Amaechi was talking about, let's just hear from Jude. Jude, when you listen to Amaechi, I think he was answering reporters at the site of the incident. How did you feel?
Well, for me, it's embarrassing to me because it's not what we want to hear now. It's like trying to exonerate himself that he has made an attempt to avoid this, and they didn't hear him. So I don't. It's like a game, playing game to be out of the situation, to say that he's working and no one is assisting him. So it's a blame game anyway. That's the way I look at it, and I don't buy to that idea. I'm so embarrassed for somebody of his character to come and give us such news. I'm not happy with it, and that's why I'm here to talk more about it.
Yeah, thank you. Because, when I read the story, because there was a leaked memo, about what happened, what transpired during the FEC meeting that was shared by Professor Yemi Oshibajo. And, it was on September 24, 2021. And I think the president traveled for a UN meeting at that time. So Professor Yemi Oshibajo actually shared the meeting. And when the proposal was presented by Amaechi, the general consensus, among those that were present was that they were bothered about the capacity of the company that Amaechi was about to, give the contract to. And this is a company called Mojgan Nigeria Limited.
Yeah.
And this company, had only handled, worth 89 million naira. And this company, they had a balance sheet of about 89 million naira. And Amaechi was pushing them, was promoting them, to be awarded a 3 billion naira security contract. A contract of that magnitude. And then what I read from the memo was that the participants, some ministers, the VP, and a host of others, even the chief of staff, Gambari, they were like worried about the competency of this company. Okay, they weren't sure that this company, okay, would be able to handle a project of such magnitude.
Right.
And as a result, they even asked for, like samples, okay, description of the security equipment this company are going to install to monitor the train tracks. But, nothing was forthcoming. So the participants of the meeting were like alarmed that there is something fishy. And they asked the minister to present further information on the proposed contract. And we are talking about September 24, 2021, when the minister, this is to buttress your point, that what this Amaechi, Rotimi Amaechi, was trying to do, was just to exonerate himself. And it's the way he did it, the way he handled it, was so bad. In fact, I am wondering how this man became a governor and a minister. Because the meeting happened in 2021, September 24. Okay? And we are in 2022, April 2nd. Okay? That means 6 months or 7 months interval.
Yeah.
So how could you are an IT professional, Jude.
Yeah.
I am an IT professional. How could how could this magnitude of project be delivered within 6 months? So even if they had approved it, okay, the system would not have been in place to prevent what actually happened. So Rotimi Amaechi, I have to say this, he is not worthy to be a minister for what he said. And for what he said is like he is spitted on the grave of those that lost their lives. Jude, what do you have to say?
Yes. Now, Rotimi Amaechi, the Minister of Transport, they call him.
Yes.
In his ministry, for such magnitude of contract, I expected him to float it to the public for expression of interest.
Yes.
Yeah, the public should go online, it should go everywhere in Nigeria or even outside of Nigeria for such a contract of such magnitude and expression of interest and with a window of execution. Public should bid for it, should be a bidding time for them to bid, and the government should tell them how much they're willing to pay. And the highest bidder, the one they favor them, has to be taken. Why should it be from Amaechi himself? Why should it be him, the minister, bringing a contract and asking the FEC to approve it? You see, it's unprofessional in every ministry, in every the way I look at it, it's unprofessional. It should be a contract that should be bidden for, and then people should, with a character of what we want them to execute. And if the government is satisfied with what they have, they award the contract. So for him to say that he presented a company who is going to would have been
according to Punch,
yeah, it says someone
Amaechi recommended
that
a firm,
now
Mobjan Nigeria Limited, be given the contract worth 3.7 billion naira. The firm, which was incorporated in August 6, 2019. This is shocking.
Yeah.
A 2-year-old firm, you want to award a 3 billion naira contract. And this firm, you see, was incorporated by Prince Godwin Momo, Chioma Momo, and George Momo. They only had a turnover of 84.9 million naira.
Right.
That is, for me, For me, Amaechi has soiled his hands in some dirty deals.
Yeah.
This is a terrible thing that that is now imagined, and I must say that Amaechi must be investigated. What was he trying to do? We know, both of us, we know. You see, in the likes of security that they require to monitor train tracks is just, low Earth orbit satellite monitoring system, that actually operates at a lower altitude than the asynchronous satellite, the traditional satellite that actually operates at a higher altitude. We know that there are so many. This is not a joking matter. It's not something that you can just give a mediocre firm. You see, it's a highly technical area. Okay, and we know if you just say low Earth orbit LEO firms in the world, you will see many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even okay. I checked. I think it was Yahoo Finance. Okay, that listed the major players in the low Earth orbit satellite market. They include Northrop Grumman, Kepler Communications, SpaceX. We know who owns SpaceX. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Thales Alenia. You see, this is not a small. I mean, it's not a mediocre area. It's an area that requires a high degree of professionalism. Okay, we are talking of human life. And in Canada here, there is a firm, OneWeb. You see, in London, Ontario, in Canada, OneWeb, they are renowned for this kind of system. How can you, instead of you to go directly to the source, okay, you are trying to perpetuate. For me, I'm very sorry, I might be jumping to conclusion, but from all indication, it seems that there are a lot of things that I think are fishy in the kind of deal that Amaechi was trying to promote. And I think the FEC, you see, they were right to question, the competency of this firm and to request for more information. I think they were right to do so. Jude, I pass it to you. Before that, I would like to inform our viewers to follow us on the Diaspora Global Panel YouTube channel. We also have it on Facebook. And give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And you can call us. Phone us. The phone number to call is displayed online. +353 87 226 5271. You can just call us on WhatsApp. Yeah, Jude, over to you.
No, based on during your time of analysis, you said, why did Amaechi do this? I want to come to that question of why. Amaechi was trying to defraud the federal government. He was trying to play a fast game.
Yeah.
And he cannot just come and ask the FEC to issue a contract, which he brought in, and the FEC knows that this guy is trying to be fast. So that's not the right way to award a contract of such magnitude that involves drones.
Yes, low orbit satellite.
Security equipment.
We are IT professionals. I have a PhD in information system, so I know exactly what we are saying. Yes. What these guys are trying to promote, it's just illegal.
Yeah, he's just trying to defraud us, defraud the federal government, make money from the system, and pursue his presidential ambition, because that's what he's trying to do. And we have to be
let me
careful.
read.
These are not the kind of people who are going to vote in the next election.
Yes, yes. Let me read. Let me read. Let me read what Punch newspaper said. Okay, this is from the FEC leaked memo. It says, we had doubt about the capability of a company which was formed less than 2 years prior and had no track record of handling a contract of 3.7 billion or a contract on surveillance systems. The memo said Mr. Amaechi informed his colleagues that a certificate of no objection was provided by the Bureau of Public Enterprise to the firm after reviewing the procurement process. I think the people that issued the certificate of no objection at the Bureau of Public Enterprise must be or should be investigated, because that to me is a fraud. The proposal sought approval for the procurement and installation of an electronic surveillance system and interrogation unit on the Abuja Kaduna 200-kilometer railway monitoring rail intrusion detection system and emergency response system. But the memos, listen to this. The memos showed that the council members pointed out that the minister didn't give the required details on the capacity of the equipment and even the firm. You know, this is why we should ask a question. Did the Federal Executive Council, shared by Professor Yomi Oshibajo, on the 24th of September 2021, was this council right to reject this proposal by Amaechi? I, Olakunle Lemboye, will say yes, 100% right. Jude, what do you say?
To buttress your case here, Amaechi himself should be forced to resign. The resources have been lost over these few weeks. It's not what we can bear anymore.
Yes.
I employ the president of the federal government to fire him because he's not capable of being a minister of transportation of Nigeria. You know, he has the money allocated to him. He knows how to do it. He knows how to issue contracts, and he wants to cut down, take a shortcut by making his money through fraudulent means. So why should he remain there as a president, as a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria? He's not capable. And these are the people we have to fish out in the system, because we are saying here, crying for innocent souls that were not supposed to be lost, but they just died like nobody has ever thought. And he is there trying to give us excuses, trying to buy his way in and to remain there as a minister. He's not capable, he's not suitable to be in that position. So he should be fired. I think the FEC, the people there, the lawmakers in Nigeria should visit this again and see how they can table a motion for him to be sacked straight away, because we cannot condone this anymore. It's getting too much. He's just there to defraud the federal government, and we cannot take it anymore. We have to speak out. The first onus lies on him. I will not blame anyone first. I blame him first. He has the money, he has everything to do it, but he's trying to siphon this money into another direction that will finally come to him. Is a fraud.
So your surmise is that what Rotimi Amaechi was trying to perpetuate was a fraud.
Fraud, 100%. I can prove it anywhere. I can tell him the reason. I can show him how you want to do it, and we don't need to go do any mathematical addition to it to find out that he is trying to commit fraud, and we will not accept. And people have lost their souls into this, and for him to resign would be the best option to console Nigerians and the families of those that lost their life. We can't take it anymore. We can't hold it anymore, and that is the way it should be. And we are speaking out here, asking the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to see how he can get fired.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jude. So, you know, I spoke to a couple of people, my friends in Nigeria, and we spoke about this. And the commenting consensus was what Rotimi Amaechi said was nonsense. The commenting consensus was that for him to recommend such a firm to handle such a sensitive project shows that he is incompetent to act as a minister. And we just have to call it out the way it is. Okay? We just have to call it out the way it is. We are not tribalistic. We don't care where you come from. What we do is that we address issues objectively and we come up with, you know, our own analysis. And the analysis here. And the good thing is that, you know, both of us are IT professionals. I have consulted for the British government so many times. I've consulted for the Irish government so many times. I have worked at various capacity, management capacity in the IT industry in the Western world. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. And coupled with the fact that I have a PhD in information systems. So nobody can toy with our intelligence. There are so many Nigerians, okay? So many Nigerians, even in Nigeria, that are blessed.
Yeah.
That are blessed in this IT field. They know their onions. They know what they are talking about. So obvious that what Amaechi was trying to do, you know, was a fraud. And this is the point. How could this minister, after we had a tragic incident, to now come forward to say, to boast and say this thing would not have happened if they had approved it? We have now lost more than 3-point-something billion. The coaches are worth more than 3-point-something billion. The whatever. What's this guy talking about? I get angry, I get pissed off when I listen to mediocres like this that the president, you see, put at the ends of affairs. These people are not worth it. You know, Jude, I'll give you the final say before we close.
You see, if there was a tender, if there was a notice for such tender of such contract, we know where to go. We know companies to consult here to tender for that sort of contract in Nigeria. Even here, I have companies I can contact. Say, look, what's going on in Nigeria? Put a bid for this. It is simple. You don't just say because you're a minister and you just come out and say, yes, I have a company here that can do the job. Take him, put him there. It doesn't happen that way. You have to look at the company. You have to assess the company. You have to see that the previous job they have done. You have to look at their history, and then you cannot decide if you can award such contract to them. I mean, you cannot come from nowhere and just ask a FEC, we have a contract. We have to do this. I mean,
and they could have fraudulently obtained.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Of no objection from the Bureau.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
They could have fraudulently obtained it.
Of course, so many of these things have happened before. This is not the first time. So many contracts have been awarded and money has siphoned somewhere. But this one has shown us, this one has given us a time for us to speak out because we are seeing it now. Thank God the contract was not awarded. It would have been another one that have been siphoned. And you will see this guy tomorrow coming out to say, I want to be president of Nigeria. And ask him, how did he make his money? He will tell you blah, blah, blah.
He will tell you nonsense.
Yeah, tell you nonsense. This is how they make their money. Come on.
Jude, can you close it with this? Do you think Rotimi Amaechi was trying to take a shot that backfired? At VP of Oshibaju, because it was the VP that shared that meeting. And when I watched Rotimi Amaechi talking about it, and honestly speaking, as he was talking, justified and said that some people said whatever, I was thinking about what Rotimi is alleging, that I am seeing all the signs of VP Oshibajo, because the man is very thorough.
Yeah, to be honest, this is one point I want to say here. I've not seen VP Osibanjo acted in such manner before. This give him a kudos because he
has done it so many times. I've heard about
such cases. I've now seen that
where he would look at the legal ramifications of things and before he speaks. And for me, when Rotimi Amaechi was talking, okay, I was thinking, could it be Oshibajo? Then I just read it, that it was a meeting on September 24, you see, and that, the president was not around. The president was not around, so it was the VP that shared it. I knew,
he had the opportunity to share it because the president wasn't around. So you see, this guy has something to do, but is he given the job to be done? VP has things in his brain to work. He has no way to push Nigeria, but he has no opportunity to express himself. So he give him a kudos here. If this guy actually did this and trying to track this guy out, I like him for that. And such people should not be given chance in anywhere, any manner, any form of
manner. In any parastatal house again.
Even coming back to say he wants to become any position in Nigeria.
He's trying to contest.
It should be just dismissed. Should be banned from contesting for public office.
He's trying to contest for the presidency, actually.
Oh, Nigerian way. And he might get his way through, because Nigerians are not looking at these things, and we are here to bring it out, those that are fishing. And this is one of them that we have seen. And sorry for him, he has lost it.
Thank you. We have come to the end of today's episode. We just have to say that we really appreciate our viewers for joining us today. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. From Judunwa Okolo, based in Dublin, and my humble self, Olakunle Lemboye, I would like to say thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.